I'm Max Wicks. I've been assigned to do a research project on Azerbaijan. I've decided to focus on Azerbaijan's cuisine. Today I will be showing you how to make Turshi Kelem Dolmasi with a side of Azarbaychan Salati. I will be teaching you about Azerbaijan's culture and cuisine along the way. So here we have our ingredients for the Turshi Kelem Dolmasi. So what's really interesting about this is that since Azerbaijan has such a wide variety of climate, just about all of these ingredients that you see in front of you can be grown in Azerbaijan. So here we have 1 onion, minced, dill, cilantro, cabbage, chickpeas, dried sour plums and pre-cooked chestnuts, ground beef, short grain rice, and chicken broth. So back to the agriculture thing. About 80% of Azerbaijanis rely on agriculture to survive. So it's really a big part of their economy. So in Azerbaijan, they have lots of traditions in their cuisine. Like during and after every single meal, they try to incorporate or include tea. And so it's a very big part of their lifestyle and cuisine. Also, they always hold their fork in their left hand and their knives and the knife in their right hand. And also there's traditions that are like based around politeness. So when you go to somebody else's house, the host will always serve you and always makes the dishes and meals. So the guests don't really do anything. And the same thing goes for when you go out to dinner. The host will always pay and tips. And there are also traditions that are only important and used in certain areas. Like in rural areas, only in rural areas, women and men sit separately during meals. Okay, so now we can start cooking our dolmasis. So here we have our boiling water. Put this down. And then we're going to take half of our cabbage, take this half, and we're going to put it in this boiling water to soften the leaves so we can wrap our dolmasis a lot easier. So we're going to let that soften for a little bit, and then once it gets soft enough, we're going to start to peel off the leaves, the outer leaves, and then we're going to put them on here. So we're going to in there. Okay. So then start peeling them off and sort of let them sit in there a little bit. Okay, so while we're waiting for those leaves to soften, we can go ahead and make the mixture that's gonna go into the dolmasis. So we're gonna take our ground beef and we're gonna put it in the bowl. Okay, we're going to take all that, break it up a little bit. And then we're going to take our rice, a 1/3 cup, put it in there. And then a 1/3 cup of our chickpeas. And then we're going to take all of our cilantro that we minced up here. And we're going to take the dill that we minced here. And then our onions that we minced here. Okay, should be good. And then we're gonna mix it all up. Got all the flavors incorporated.
Action.
So now we're gonna stuff our cabbages. So I've heard it takes a little bit of experience. So I might not be able to get it perfect. But wish me luck. So I'm going to take a little bit of our mixture here. So this is the stuffing. Okay. Take a little bit off there. And then I'm going to take one of our dried sour plums and one of our pre-cooked chestnuts. Okay, and I'm going to fold in the sides like that, sort of like making a burrito. And I'm going to bring that over, and then I'm going to roll it up. Not bad. And gonna put it right in there. And we're gonna try to keep them a little compact, so when we put the broth in, and once the broth starts to boil, it doesn't, it doesn't move around as much, so we can keep it tight. So I'm gonna do one more. Take our mixture here. Okay. We're gonna take a dried sour plum. And then chestnut. Okay. Then we're gonna fold on the sides. And we're gonna roll it. Like that. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, we chose a pan so that fit just right, so we could keep all the Dolmasis tightly compact and snug so they don't unwrap themselves. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to turn the oven on, or the top on medium heat, and we're going to put our broth in so that it fills up to the top of the Dolmasis. Okay, so we have our broth in there, and so we're gonna get this to boil. So we're gonna leave it on medium heat until it gets to a boil, and then we're gonna turn the heat down to low, and we're gonna simmer it for about 30 minutes to an hour. So here are our ingredients for Azarbaychan Salati. We started with dicing 2 red peppers and 2 tomatoes. Here, so they're right here, and here we have 1 diced cucumber. Here we have sliced green onion. And as a simple dressing, we have the juice of 1 fresh lemon and olive oil. Okay, so now we're going to prepare our Azarbaychan Salati. We're going to start by putting our diced tomatoes and peppers into a larger bowl. Then we're going to get our diced cucumbers, put them in. And then here are our sliced green onions. And then we're going to take our fresh lemon juice and our olive oil, and we're going to drizzle it. Okay. And then we're going to take our olive oil and do the same. And then here we have a little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. And then take spoons and we mix it up. Okay, so our Dolmasis are finished. They're looking good, so we're gonna take a plate, we're gonna plate them. So we're gonna start on the outer edges. Okay. This is good. I'll get one more on there. There we go. Get all that sauce off there because we don't really need the sauce. Okay. Down. And then we're going to come over to our Azarbaychan Salati. And we're going to take a scoop of that. We have Turshi, Kelem, Dolmasi, and Azarbaychan, Salati.